Hello friends, this is Olga, mature medical student from Ukraine, and in this video I want to tell you what are the most important things you have to take when you're going to travel to Ukraine, or not to take but to ask for those things when you will rent the house, the room, the flat, whatever. I just want you to give an understanding what are those situations that demand to have you some certain things, and I'm sure you can think up what else you may be needed when you will travel to Ukraine. We always have the alarms of the threat from the air, like some objects in the air. And in this case, you have to hide in the cellar, and you have to run immediately, wake up, run immediately in this cold cellar, and probably you will have to stay in the cellar all night. You have to sleep there, and for these reasons, you have to have, we call it like a sleeping bag. Actually, it's like a blanket, but when you covered just totally inside of this warm blanket, and you have the zipper, you close only for probably your nose will for a breathing. It's like for tourists, you know, who like to go somewhere in the mountains and sleep there. And the reason why a lot of my colleagues and other people I know, they just ignore these alarms. They do not go any hide underground somewhere in the cellar, just because it is to stay there. It is very, very cold, and people cannot stay there because they're freezing. They just stay at their flats and they just rely on the destiny. Okay, the missile will kill me, let it be. But I will not sit in that cold cellar. So better to have this blanket, the touristic bag. Yeah, touristic things like thermo clothes, and all those things for tourism. It will be very, very good and helpful for you just to have them in case you will have to spend the night somewhere in the cold place, and but safe but safe place. Yes, for me it was just interesting to check the price for their this touristic bag, touristic blanket in Ukraine, because I watched on the Amazon there was different prices, like around 30 euro, 40 euro, sometimes 60 euro and higher. And here you can see the price for these touristic blankets in Ukraine. Okay, this we can see it's like around 100 euros of price. If we will divide, it's a little bit less, but in this area, this like a 50 euro price around this higher, and this is a little bit lower, like 40 euros. So here the prices, this quite cheap with a huge discount. So yeah, if you will have the problems and you will forget about the blanket, the prices for those things, they are the same in Italy at least, and in Ukraine. And the other thing that Ukraine have quite damaged power or electrical system, not enough of production of electricity. There usually are some periods without heating, without light, without electricity. And because of all these things, the most desirable thing to buy was a fuel generator of electricity. And I think now it's really, really the most important things you to have. And another thing is what you have to take when you travel to Ukraine is very powerful power bank. now it's very important and very popular to have like a power bank like for house, so it's not something small but more like powerful. And usually people even have not one but two. If you have just a possibility, it's better to have them with you or someone, something like more portative, like smaller, not big. But anyway, just want you to give you an understanding, to show the prices in, for example, in Italy and in Ukraine for this electrical diesel, for example, generators. So you can see the prices. Okay, we can see that here different prices, but when you just take the cheapest, it's 220 euro. So 319 euro. Yeah, 220 euro, 430 euro. Yeah, there could be like for 1000, it's like more powerful something, but we just want to look the cheapest one and to combine what are the cheapest the same products in Ukraine. 138, 319, 266, almost 67. Okay, electro generator, generatory, розетка. So this is the electrical generators and the prices for them on the Ukrainian Amazon, I would say, called розетка. Yeah, and you see the prices. The 1 euro is 38, approximately, sometimes 40 of grivnas. So you may divide all these prices in 3.8 and 8, and you will get the price. So basically this almost 1,000 of euro. This almost 2,000. Okay, it's not 2, but quite close, higher than 1,000. This is less. This probably, I cannot count now, but precisely, but it's like 600 euros. And you see the prices are quite high. This is a little bit higher than the 1,000 of euros, because 40 and 38,000, it will be 1,000 of euro, as I told you. Can you imagine the prices? It's very hard to find something cheap. For example, this is cheaper. This 400 probably of euros. But most of prices, they're really high. They are quite high, and they are higher than in Europe. They're higher than in Italy. Everything is around 1,000 of euros. And you remember I showed you that there was plenty of generators in Italy you can buy for 200, 300 euros, 400 euros. But here everything is just around the 1,000. Sometimes you can find something like 500 euros. Oh, by the way, this is quite cheap. But this big discount, and yeah, it's interesting. They're possible to find something cheaper, but it's only one case I found from all that I watched on the website. Or there is another way to rent an apartment or house or room with generator. Yeah, before the war, before all these terrible events, there was no such advertisement, but now I found when the owners they writing that I'm propose apartment for rent with a generator, so they already know what people need, what people want to survive. And yeah, it's better if you travel to Ukraine to find the flat, apartment, house, whatever you will searching for, with generator, with diesel generator, with benzene generator, to be sure that you will always have an electricity. And probably is better when you will have with you just at least some power bank, or one or two, not of course big for the house, which you can also ask about in the owner if they have it. It will be also big plus for you to have the some deposits of electro energy in this house where you will live. So this my recommendations basically for you if you want to travel to Ukraine for some not very long period. Yeah, this is my video. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope that you got some information. Thank you for watching, and very much thank you that you stayed with me for all this time. And also special thanks to the people on Patreon that supporting me. So this is my video. Bye.